me today?
Oh, well, the first thing I have for you is a compliment. You went out and got a headset. Are you getting all high tech on me or something?
You know, you embarrassed me. I had that phone, and people would call me up and say, Mike, was that a prop or was that really a telephone? And I said, yeah, that was a real telephone. And finally I said, if Nolan has a headset, I'm going to figure out how to go out and do it.
Well, congratulations to you. I also see you cleaned up your office a little bit. What happened to the picture of your wife? I kind of liked it.
Well, again, too many phone calls asking who was the woman behind me, and I wanted to focus on me.
Well, okay. Well, I'd actually like to talk to you about you for just a minute. In fact, I want to talk about the last time you were in Vancouver. Do you remember what we did last time you were here?
You know, I remember, and we went, and it blew me away because Vancouver, of course, has 400,000 coffee shops.
On every corner.
on Starbucks, and what's the other name of that famous one?
There's Blends and Starbucks and Second Cup. You can't go 3 feet without hitting one of them.
And then you tell me across the street there's a new one going up. And I said, come on, the last thing in the world is you want to have another coffee shop in Vancouver. You brought me over. It blew me away, man.
What do you remember the most about that thing? What's the coffee shop thing that stands out in your mind that you remember from that?
Well, it was obvious. Number one, when you walked in, I think immediately the person behind the counter looked up and said hello or made a noise or at least acknowledged me, which was a good thing. And number two, when they poured the coffee, it was incredible the way they took the creamer and they made a design which was kind of like their thumbprint in a cup of coffee. It was beautiful.
Well, I'm glad you noticed that because, Mike, I've been practicing and I recorded a video this morning of me making one of those coffees. So you want to see it?
I want to see that.
Okay. All right. Watch your monitor here. We're going to switch over to the video.
Okay.
Okay. Now here we go. All right. Now watch this. It's all in the wrist. It's all in the wrist. Watch that. Look at that. Not beautiful?
That is. How long did it take you to learn how to do that?
It took a while. But you know, it's all in my mind, it's all about one thing. If it don't look pretty, it don't taste pretty.
Yeah, but you know what, Burris? When people stop hiring me to speak at their conferences, then I'll have enough time to learn how to do that too.
Well, you know, you might be onto something there, Mike, because the next time I speak at a conference, I'm going to talk about the squiggles in the milk.
Well, obviously, the major point there is what makes that outfit different, and it's that detail, that little small detail that sticks out like a sore thumb.
That's the whole point. It's all about the squiggles in the milk. People line up for a block to get into that place sometimes. The coffee's good. I mean, it's really good. But it's all about that little teeny tiny personal touch that people are after when they go there. And so I would say to any business listening to this show today, what's your squiggle in your milk? What are you doing to give people that little extra personal something?
What's your squiggle, Nolan? I love that.
What's your squiggle? Well, let's think about travel for a few minutes here. I can get the same cruise, the same tour, the same package from 1,000 different places. It's not the tour or the cruise that's going to make the difference. It's the squiggle in the milk. It's what the travel agent does to make it an amazing experience to shop with them.
You know, a very, very quick story. I went into one of these tchotchke stores that at the cruise lines, they stop on the dock. There's a million stores. They all look the same. We went in, my wife and I went in looking for this one little piece. I forget what we were looking for, but we found it. And every store had it, but this fella sold it to us. And when he found out we were Americans, we were walking out the door, Nolan, and he said, wait a second. And he brought us back in and went behind the counter, took some, whatever it was, I even forget what it was, but it was a gift from him to us.
No kidding.
And it was, he says, here, this is my present to you. That was his squiggle.
Wow. Now that's pretty cool. It's also pretty cool because he was actually giving you a gift to get you the heck out of his store. You're used to being thrown out of places, aren't you?
Yeah, but thrown out, but not bribed out. That was a beautiful thing.
Well, the word of the day, actually the phrase of the day is, what's your squiggle in your milk? You got to do something a little extra if you want to wow people today.
Well, thanks, Nolan. That was a beauty. That's what we call here a keeper.
Well, and speaking of keepers, I got a coffee keeping on the counter over here that's about to get cold, so I'm going to hang up. But hey, remember, what's your squiggle?
What's your squiggle, Nolan? I'll talk to you later.
See you later.
Bye. Bye-bye.